Good day everyone, Greg here, and in this video I'm going to cover off my journey with recovery. I've reached 9 weeks post-injury, so a bit of a milestone. Stay tuned. So a bit of a recap for anyone who hasn't seen the channel before. My name's Greg. I have a fractured C6, C7 vertebrae, which I did in the surfing accident on the 10th of May this year. So 9 weeks or so post-injury, post-operation, and I've got a piece of bone from my hip now fusing my vertebrae together, which is an operation I had where they went through my neck just here. Recovery definitely still ongoing. I'm creeping towards a little bit of training, which I'm really excited about. So really hopeful over the next few weeks I can start to do a bit of training. And in this video, what I'm going to do is just give an overview of the recovery kind of to date and what a little bit of the future looks like. So first few weeks post-op were pretty brutal, pretty tough, if I'm honest. I was bedridden. I couldn't really go anywhere apart from in the house, and to do that I had to use crutches. I had my Aspen collar here that I had to wear everywhere. I wasn't able to really go anywhere without it. I was allowed not to wear it in bed, but that's pretty much about it. Struggle sleeping. Sleep was pretty awful, probably 4 to 6 hours a night, multiple naps through the day because I just wasn't able to really sleep. Struggling to dress, struggling to shower. I had a stool that I needed to sit on in the shower, really to stop the worry from slippage and all of that sort of stuff, whilst everything was still pretty raw. Lots of TV, lots of sitting around, and it's amazing really the things that you take for granted, whether it's being able to look left, look right, look up or down, to be able to move a pillow under your head whilst you're trying to sleep, shower, standing up, all of these things, you really take for granted, and I've kind of learned that through this process. For me also, I think one of the major contributors of it being pretty challenging outside of the pain and obviously the recovery from the operation was my sleep. So I tend to sleep on my side. Having a piece of bone taken from my hip meant sleeping on my side was pretty impossible, and then also the support for my neck was really difficult in those early weeks while sleeping on my side. So I had to sleep on my back. I spent one night in my bed, and my partner was literally like, "You snored all night, this can't happen." So we took the spare bed. I say we, it was a mate and my partner, moved our spare bed into the living room. So I had a bed against a wall, so I had a chair high enough to be able to support my neck and my head. I had a bed to sleep in where I wasn't disturbing anyone except potentially the dog, and I could watch plenty of TV whether lying down or sitting down. So first few weeks pretty gruesome, lots of painkillers, lots of no movement, and being pretty sedentary, to be fair. So my recovery started to gain a bit of momentum, and I definitely felt it tangibly improve after around 3 weeks. So I was able to go for a walk around the block, which was awesome. I started weaning myself off my crutches, off my medication. Towards the end of the 6 weeks, I also was able to shower standing up, which was really good, so I wasn't using the stool anymore. I also was given a lazy boy chair by ACC, which then meant that I could dispense with the bed. That went back into the spare room. Unfortunately for me, I was able to sleep on my side, so I could go back to bed in our room and not snore, which I'm sure Tash was super happy about as well. So that 3 to 6 week period, some really positive momentum and gains made in the recovery. Still sore, still wearing my collar, still not really doing much, but starting to feel some improvement at that point. 6 weeks post-surgery was my first surgical consult and x-ray. Really good news on the recovery at that point. The surgeon was really happy with how everything was healing, so gave me the sign off to start a few things. So first of all, I was able to walk a bit further, get out and about a bit more, start stationary cycling, which I was really happy about. Wean off my collar. You'll see I'm not wearing it now, so I'm fully weaned off now. And then I was able to start a staged return to work, starting with half an hour a day, then 2 hours a day, and so on and so forth as I go. And then be able to start driving, albeit in short intervals, making sure that I've got the range of motion in my neck to be able to check my blind spots, which has turned out to be quite challenging, and I'm moving my back quite a bit, but I've got a bit of independence now with being able to take some short car journeys and get out and about, which is really good. So yeah, over the next 3 weeks, it's probably going to be more of the same, building up a bit more time outside, building up a bit more time at work, driving a bit more, and just all in all getting a bit more confident on my feet, a bit more strength in my neck, in my head, in my back, and kind of slowly increasing a bit of that range of motion and repetitive work that might actually allow me to hopefully, when I go back to the surgeon in 3 weeks' time, get sign off for the next stage of my recovery. So, next stage, what am I hoping for? It'd be great if I could get on my bike outside. That's really one of the next goals, which will be awesome. It's winter here, it's pretty miserable, so maybe I won't be doing that straight away, but if I can get out, that's kind of a real big milestone that I've got ticked off. Secondly, would really love to get back into the pool. So when I went after 6 weeks, essentially the surgeon said I can go and walk around in a swimming pool, but I can't swim. Range of motion in my neck and back being the reason why I can't do that. So after 3 months of recovery, that's the time when most of the healing should be done. So what I'm hopeful for, I've got a surgeon visit in 3 weeks' time. Following that, if I can get from that to sign off to go into the pool and get some swimming started, that will be amazing. That's one of the things I'm really hoping for. Outside of that, hopefully a bit of gym work, be able to get some body weight stuff done, some lightweight stuff, that sort of thing, because I haven't been able to do any of that yet. But I'm pretty realistic about some of these other things that I know will have a bit of spinal load and cervical load, which will impact my ability to do them. So running is one of those. Obviously, every step you take, there's load that goes through your body, a lot of pressure. So that's a no-no for now. And surfing too, I think it's going to have to wait. Unfortunately, the waves with all of the rubbish weather we're getting, the surf has looked pretty good, pretty fun. So I'll be skipping that for a while, and the kind of sign off for that is full fusion of the vertebrae with the bone that I've got in there. So according to ChatGPT, that is 6 to 12 months post-op in terms of recovery. So hopefully the former end rather than the latter, but will remain to be seen as to how long that takes. So for right now, main goals are to get a bit of cadence on some indoor cycling, keep my walking going, keep my recovery going, build up at work, build up at driving, and just build some confidence and strength in my neck. And after 12 weeks, hopefully I'll be signed off to be able to get back out there in one way, shape or form. So that's the next goal. So I think I'll call it there. Plenty that I've covered off in terms of the first 9 weeks post-recovery, and we'll see how the next 3 weeks goes before my visit with the surgeon. So thanks for listening and watching, and until next time, thank you very much, and I'll see you out there. Bye.